welcome back to another episode of our Decade Legacy Challenge. As you know, we are in the year 1998, and as a refresher, I just wanted to bring you back to the rules. We have hit 1998, and here it says Y2K, when your oldest teen is about to become a young adult, or when you hit the second half of 1998, the family must prepare for the Y2K disaster. Build a temporary shelter using the cheapest furniture, no computers allowed. The entire family must not leave the shelter for 3 days leading up to 2000. No school, no work. So, our kids are just about to become teens, as we know. So they're not going to be aging up into young adults while we are in the year of the 90s. So we're going to go ahead and prepare for the Y2K disaster now. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys our shelter that I have built. I have built them a Y2K shelter in their home. It is down here in the basement. As you can see, I did get the cheapest furniture that I could get, but I did get them some toys because they're going to live down here for the next 3 years, I guess, till the 2000s. So I did get the kids some toys, but we have a sink, shower, toilet. In this corner, we have some kids' toys and a table for them. I got them a little radio so that they can listen to the news. These are their beds and some books for them to read, and this is their kitchen area. So they have a little fridge, a little stove, a little sink, and some cabinets, counters, whatever, so that they can cook on. And basically what I've decided that I'm going to do is, so that they can't go to work or school, I'm going to lock them in this area down here so that they can't leave. So they're essentially going to be trapped. They have everything that they need in here to survive. So yeah, I guess the only thing really that they're missing that I didn't give them is a trash can. So let me give them a trash can. And they should be able to live down here without any kinds of difficulty. So we will make them live down here, and that is that. They will live down here. They will have to survive down here for the next 3 years. So that being said, also it is our teen's birthday in 1998, as we know, or I said our twins' birthday to become teens. So we're going to be making them a cake so that they can age up. I was going to invite over Annika so that she could celebrate with us. But if I do that, she's going to be trapped down here with us. And I don't know that I think that's a great idea, considering. I just don't know how I feel about it. So I haven't decided what to do. Honestly, I think she should be here for their birthday party, but do I really want her to be trapped down here with us? That's the whole thing. All right, so let me make sure I have enough beds. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. No. I need more beds. All right, Charles, Rebecca, Joe, Siobhan, Rachel, and Leon. And if I decide to invite over Annika, we'll give her one. All right. Very good. So I have not, like I said, decided. I have a little bit of time to decide. It is only 3:45 in the morning. I have halfway through the year to, I guess, decide. So maybe we could have their party, and then while the party's going on, we hear something on the radio that leads us to believe we need to take shelter, and then we'll decide if we want to let her go into the shelter with us or not. So we'll go ahead, and I'm going to have Charles, when he gets up, get up and bake some cakes. We're going to bake, let's see what we can make. We can do a lemon blueberry cake. And what else can he bake? Let's see what other cakes there are. And a zombie cake. Let's do that. All right. So we are going to go ahead and get him up. He's going to make the cakes, and we will just go ahead and get this going. I'm going to put the birthday party on the... Oh, their birthday party has disappeared because I have changed the aging a little bit. When are they aging up now? Not until way down here. So I looked at the rules, and I changed, like, the aging has changed a little bit. So technically they're not supposed to age up yet based on the aging in the rules, because it has been updated. So I have changed the aging based on the rules that have been updated in Cute Coffee Gal's rules that she's updated recently. So they're not actually due to age up right now. So maybe there isn't a birthday party that's going to be happening. Alright, so no birthday party. I guess he doesn't need to make these cakes. So I guess the only thing is now we're just not having any birthdays. We are just continuing on through our day, and I guess we are going to be hearing just some news that we need to take shelter, and we are going to just end up going into the Y2K zone and having to go and take shelter this year. So that is what's going to be happening in this episode, as opposed to them aging up to teens. We are going to be just taking shelter. We're not actually going to see them age up into teens until well into the 2000s now. So there's that. So we love that. He is super sad.
Open my door! So busy.
Let's see if Rebecca has any love interest or what's going on with her life.
Yips. Anyway.
Jackson Street and Mateo Forrest, she has a little bit of love with. Mateo Forrest obviously is in a relationship with someone, but Jackson Street, she has got a little bit of romance with. So we love that for her. I feel really, really bad for Charles. I wish that he could obviously have had a better outcome on his marriage, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be the case here, and it's just not ideal. So Rebecca is just going ahead and getting some food going in the rice maker. We love that. So I am going to have her just fix that, and everyone will have some food soon. What is she having? Prepped seafood. Okay then. She's a bit of a glutton, so she'll eat anything. I'm also going to have to take the food bowls and the litter box downstairs into our area so that they can be downstairs with us. So before we go down into the area that we need to go into for Y2K, we'll have to take the animals' items downstairs with us so that they can go down there and we'll be able to feed the animals, and they'll be able to obviously use their pee pads and things like that. So we will make sure we have that stuff down there. I may just actually put some new ones down here. Let me do that, and then we'll have ourselves all ready for when it's time to come down here. Okay, I have gotten everything set up for the animals. We got them a litter box, we got their food bowls, and a little patch of grass for Boris to use. And we are going to go ahead and get ourselves set up and ready to go down into our shelter. We're going to make sure everything is ready for us to go. I'm just going to replace this dishwasher here instead of us repairing it. And we're going to go ahead and start heading down towards our shelter now. Everyone, I believe, has gone ahead and gotten their needs up as far as getting food and things. Look at Boris rolling around in that puddle. I'm going to go ahead and get her to give Boris a bath so that Boris is clean before we get downstairs, and then we will go ahead and start heading ourselves down there. It is going to take us a little bit of finagling to get everyone downstairs and then locked down there, so that's going to take us just a little bit of a little bit of finesse. So we will do that. I'm going to give Siobhan her insulin here, and we will start getting everyone downstairs into their section of the house that they need to go to for their sheltering so that we can let them shelter in place, because they have heard that there is something horrible that's about to happen, and they're like, oh my gosh, what is Y2K? What is that? What is it going to do to us? And they're starting to panic, and so they are going to go ahead and head down into the section of the house that has been built for them for the shelter. I'm just going to unlock this door here so they can go on down into the area, and then once they go down in there, I will lock the door behind them. So we're going to get them all into the area here, and then I will lock the door, and they will be trapped down here for the next 2 years. So for 1998, 1999, and they'll come back out in the year 2000, and we'll go through a decade change. So let's go ahead and just get everyone to come on down here, and then we'll call the animals down, and then we'll lock the door behind us. We obviously won't be able to go to work. We won't be able to go to school or any of our after school activities. So everyone's gonna just go ahead and come on down, and we will lock them in. If they come back out before I'm able to get them locked in, I'll just have to teleport them on down there, but hopefully we'll be able to get everyone situated. I'm more worried about the dog and cat coming down and staying, because I can't really teleport them, but the humans, I can teleport. So if I can just get the dog and the cat down there, then I'm not so much worried about everybody else. I can teleport them. So we'll just get them on down, and then I am going to lock this door, and then everyone else, we will make sure they're in the section here. So I'm just going to go ahead here and lock this door for everyone. And they are locked in, and anyone that's not in there, which is several of them, we'll go ahead and just teleport them into the room. So they are going to be living here in very close quarters. They're going to have to deal with each other's individual personalities and likes and dislikes and all of these kind of things. I think initially it will be kind of like camping out, but I think that is going to wear thin quickly. You know, at first they're going to enjoy being around each other, and like I said, it'll be kind of like they're camping out, and the kids are going to think this is kind of fun, but it's quickly going to become old fast. You know, Rachel is going through a little bit of a phase where she likes to play music really, really loudly, and a lot of the rest of the family is not going to like that very much. So I figure they are going to really start getting a little bit annoyed by the fact that she's going to constantly want to play the radio really loudly and things like that. And I think that is going to irritate them. Oh, I think I'm going to actually also change the stove because they're not going to be able to have very many options of things to cook. So I'm going to go ahead and change the stove out to a different stove just so that they have different options of things to cook. I didn't think about that when I put this one in. I will still give them one that's not like super expensive, but I do want them to have just a regular stove. So I'm going to go ahead and change that, and then we'll continue on. There we go. And so the children are going to be able to go ahead and socialize, and I'm just going to get Charles here to go ahead and make some supper for everyone. That way there is a meal here, and they will have something that they can eat. But they'll be able to, you know, obviously socialize and get their skills up and things like that. But, so I do think we'll see some of their skills start to go up, like socializing and things like that, because they are with the family and they are going to be spending a lot of time communicating and things like that. I do think that we're going to see those things start to rise really quickly in all of the children. But I also think that we're going to start to see a little bit of frustrations rise as well, because we are going to be with them. I just realized also that I don't have a bathtub, and Leon's not going to be able to be bathed. Nor is Boris going to be able to be bathed. So I'm just putting a bathtub in here really quickly. But I think that I am hoping that, you know, even though they are going to be spending so much time here in the close quarters, that maybe we won't have too many tense emotions amongst our Sims. I know that Charles is a workaholic. I think we are going to come across the feelings where he's going to start having some feelings about being intense because he's not going to be able to go to work. And even though he loves his family, he loves his children, and he loves being around them, and, you know, he is going to be happy that he's spending time with them, I do think that he's going to start showing us feelings of tension because he's not going to be able to go to work. He's not going to understand that, you know, he can't get out there and provide for his family. I think that's going to cause him a bit of tension, especially being that he is a single father and he's not able to get out and make a living. I think he's going to start stressing about that a little bit, wondering how he's going to provide for his family if he can't work. So I do think that we are going to see a little bit of stress from Charles coming in. And I think Rebecca obviously is not going to give us any problems at all. She is very laid back, kind of go with the flow as far as kind of how her moods are and just how she is as a Sim. She is kind of like, yeah, I'm good with whatever, and, you know, just feed me and I'm happy. And so as long as Charles keeps the food coming for her, I think she's going to be a happy Sim. She's good with whatever. She likes to chat. She likes to dance. And she has pretty much everything she's going to need down here. As long as she has access to food, I think she'll be a happy girl. So I don't think there's going to be any issues whatsoever with Rebecca. But with the rest of them, I do think over time we are going to see them start to get a little bit frustrated, maybe a little bit tense. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge having them all in this one room. Not to mention the fact that we have a dog that isn't going to be able to be taken on walks, and this big dog is cooped up in this one room. So that's going to be a challenge as well, because he's not going to be able to get out and play and run and get out his energy. He's just going to be cooped up in this one room. And I think we're going to find that, you know, with the cat scratching things, begging for food, and doing the things that this cat does, because this cat likes to misbehave, we're constantly having to get onto the cat. And then we're going to have the dog who's going to want to be able to be outside and be playful and run around and let out some energy then he can't. We're going to have a little bit of things that are going to cause us to have a little bit of tension in the air. So as you can see, Charles is already getting a little bit angry. He's having to get onto the cat. We're having to deal with Rachel playing her loud music, and he can't stand the station that she's chosen or the loudness of the music. And he is overall feeling really, really frustrated about the fact that she's blaring this music and they're all being subjected to it. To be completely honest, I'm not real happy with the blaring music myself. So let's go ahead and turn that off. So, you'll come to see that Rachel, every chance she gets, turns that bloody radio on. But we're gonna go ahead and continue getting onto the cat, and we're trying to teach the cat not to do these bad behaviors. And the cat and Charles don't necessarily get along. You'll notice the cat was hissing at Charles earlier, and the cat does not like it when people get onto her. But we are trying to teach her not to do bad behaviors. She did learn not to scratch, so we're gonna, praise her and just be like, good job, Kimber. We love that you are learning not to scratch furniture, and we're gonna give her a little bit of love. And we're hoping that as we continue to get onto her for bad behaviors, that she will learn not to do those things. So it does look like our Sims are trying to pick up skills, and we are, as I said, maxing out socializing and things like that, because there is nothing really to do other than spend time talking and doing skills down here. So you are going to find they are going to be maxing out their stuff quite a bit. And we are going to make him skip his after school program because, well, he has to do that. So everyone is just going to be dealing with their needs, making sure that they eat, and making sure they go to the bathroom and get enough rest and things like that. Charles is feeling a little tense. He keeps getting upset about the radio. We need him to turn it off. Rachel is very persistent when it comes to her music. And Leon is gaining in imagination, which we love. I am going to need to get Charles to go ahead and cook something for them for supper, because they are going to need to eat something a little bit later. That beef Wellington isn't going to last for forever. Look at Rebecca dance. I told you she likes to dance. So she's just dancing a little bit, and we are going to get Charles to cook a little bit of another meal, because the beef Wellington, like I said, won't last for forever. So we do want to make sure there's plenty of food for them to eat while they're down here. So I will have him go and cook another meal and make sure that they have things that they can eat, because people are starting to get a little bit hungry. So he'll make another meal for the family, and that's just because I don't know how much skill Rebecca has in the cooking department. I know she has a little bit of skill, but I don't know that it's very much. And once again, we're going to turn that radio off. And once again, she's going to turn it back on. Like, she is just the most persistent Sim when it comes to this bloody radio. And it's just that phase that she's in. She's just in this phase where all she wants to do is play loud instruments, turn up the music, and just really be a pain in the rear. And it's working. It really, really is. Alright, everyone is just trying to get themselves something to eat here and spending a little bit of time together. It is about 6 o'clock at night. The day is going pretty good. Leon's like, why have you got me trapped in this bloody high chair? Why don't you let him out? You can go ahead and clean up. Leon, what are you doing, son? Going to bed? Okay. You can't go upstairs. It's locked. You can make believe down here. Charles keeps trying to go to work, but he can't go to work. Work is not allowed. Alright, everyone is just trying to get themselves a little bit of rest here, which is fantastic. The animals are just playing with one another. Charles is doing a little bit of light reading. He's thinking to himself that he's feeling really confident, which is great. He's going through some work withdrawals. I think that is something that he's going to be dealing with for quite some time. He says, like old times, he's happy and enjoying being near his family, which we love. He is over his sadness of the divorce, which is great. And I love the fact that he is feeling pretty good. Being around the family is making him feel great. And I absolutely love that. Sorry, you can't go upstairs. You can play make-believe down here. Alright, Charles is just going to get a little bit of food cooking because the food that he cooked earlier is obviously gone off. And I'm going to get Rebecca to fill the pet bowls because obviously they are smelly. That is after she gets up from her nap here. Rachel and this radio nonsense is going to drive me absolutely insane. Oh, Rachel's lost a tooth. Let's go ahead and fix that. There we go. Alright, let's call everyone to a meal.
No toy ogalam? Ooh, flash, whiffa, ribbit. Ooh, Haba. Hey.
No way, bah.
So everyone is just having their supper, and then I am just going to have everyone get themselves ready for bed for the night. It is almost 10 o'clock. And then we'll be to the next day in 1998 here. We are getting closer to this year being halfway over. And it is very difficult them being down here cooped up. As you can see, they are starting to struggle with being everyone down here. They love being together as a family, but also they're struggling. Nobody likes the fact that Rachel keeps turning on the music so loud. Everyone's kind of struggling with these things. So we're having some trouble with the different personalities and us all being here for certain. So everyone is just getting themselves into bed for the night. Charles is just finishing cleaning up a little bit, and then he's going to head off to bed himself. And we will throw the rest of this food in the fridge.
Pemsa.
So as you can see, we have Siobhan up already this morning. She's just going to play with the dog a little bit and give him a little bit of a brush and just spend a little bit of time playing with Boris, which we love. All right, we'll go use the washroom.
Moom for moi grump. For moi grumps are read. Yori beebna. Short. Dimpeb so bay. Moom for moi grump. We're no loomba. Spoy beeba. Wanuba fatsoy. Sawa.
And I'm going to get Joe to love on his cat a little bit. Everyone is up for the morning. We love that. Rachel's feeling a little bit upset this morning. I'm not sure what her deal is, but I'm going to have her get a little bit of leftovers. And we're going to get Dad to go ahead and make breakfast. He can make some eggs and cereal. So let's get him to do breakfast scramble for the morning. He is definitely feeling bad. He's got some panicky work withdrawals. It's been too long since he went to work, it says. Rebecca is being neglected. Social services will be called unless you can turn your child's grades around. What? She's a young adult. I don't understand. Okay, I don't know what that means.
Oskina Paraza.
Mooba moobna moobna blah blah blah. Buffanoy. Number of your voice. Saba! Clubby! Dude up. Oh! Seneca! Sawada! Ramsari!
So Dad is just cooking a little bit here. I'm getting Rebecca to kind of pick up some, which is fantastic. And Rachel is also cleaning up some, which is perfect.
Room for more grump. Steve Yodi. Lara. For new. Okay. Slora. Oh God. Mama. Flange. The new.
Hey, Gibbs.
Alright, everyone needs to go ahead and eat breakfast, and then we are just going to let them continue on with their day. We love it. I wish that Charles wasn't so tense about missing out on work, but unfortunately he is definitely tense about that. And Boris is wishing that he could go on a walk, but unfortunately we are trapped in here. We can't leave Boris because of Y2K. He's like, I want to be out in the world. Why am I trapped in this bloody room? I just want to go for a walk. Poor Boris. It feels so sad to see him so pitifully locked up in this room. Let's get her to come over here and hug Boris and brush Boris and maybe play with Boris. Siobhan became good friends with Boris. We love that. Okay, you and that bloody radio. Charles is playing with Boris a little bit, trying to get himself in a good mood, which we love. Aww. And it worked too, we got him in a better mood.
Oh, Tarishi, huh? Oh, Gumao. Oh, yump. Yump. Oh,
Neba wala.
my beast.
And now Leon's playing with Boris. Look at Boris, look at Leon like, I don't know if I should trust you, little kid. Aww. These two are cute as a button together. Sorry, dude, you're not going to work. Alright, let's go ahead and get him over here to play Rock-a-Stack. And I'm going to get one of you to come over here and do a little bit of a workout. Oh, you're feeling dazed. Maybe we should give you a little bit of insulin.
Happy am Apollo Chopper. Ebazric Tumbra Zanoy. Parsife Probin.
And you can come over here and play make-believe because I don't want you going over there and doing your loud radio.
Yib Sakinari. Kiss a paid. Nayafloof. Yabasai.
Maybe Rebecca can make something to eat because she's eating all of our food because she's a glutton. So maybe we'll make her make something. Hopefully she won't burn the house down because that would suck. My boss is calling. Should I pick it up? Yeah, you can pick it up, but we're not going to work. Oh, our maid's here. Well, we love that. Our bills have also been delivered. I don't think he can come get the mail because I've got the door locked.
Oh, marble. My bees.
They go up the stairs and then it's like, oh, you can't leave. And then they come right back down the stairs. You can come over here and play Rock-a-Stack, little guy.
Wanji Nerba. Claspa Yarrow. Umfra Nebehana.
So the kids are just talking amongst themselves, and
Sure.
Charles and Rebecca are spending a little bit of time together, and we love that. They are obviously just talking about the fact that Rebecca is here, and he's like, I'm really thankful that you've come here and that you're helping me out. I can't believe that we're having to live down here in this shelter. And I know this is the really, it's really a strange time, but I'm really glad that you're here and you're helping me with the kids. I know this isn't what you saw for your life. And she's like, no, it's really not, but I don't mind helping you out. And I told you that I love the kids and I told you that I would help you out. So I really meant that when I said that the last time. And he's like, okay, well, I really do appreciate everything that you're doing for me. And she's like, yeah, absolutely. So they are just, obviously spending time together, and they are, you know, gaining sentiments with one another, which we absolutely love. And I just love that so much. We're going to just do a quick save here because I think I'm about to get Elasticception. But as you can see, they're good friends. They've got good compatibility. They're super siblings. They're the best of friends. They're very close. We absolutely love that. And they have so many, you know, different things, sentiments together. She's single and loving it. She has a single and loving it lifestyle. So she doesn't mind to come and help with her brother because she's not trying to settle down anytime soon. She absolutely loves her single life. She's into just dating. She's not trying to get herself married and have kids or anything like that anytime soon. And so she's like, I don't have anything that, you know, I'm trying to settle down for. So helping you with your kids right now is perfectly fine. I just want to date and, you know, have fun. And I'm not trying to have a family right now, so I can help you with yours. And he's like, I really, really appreciate that. I have no idea why they're both feeling really flirty, but for some reason they're both feeling really flirty right now. Alright, so I'm just going to get him practicing some violin. He has never practiced violin a day in his life, but he's like, well, it's down here, so I might as well play a little bit. I mean, Annika seemed to like it, so why not me? So he's going to practice for a little bit, and Rebecca's going to read some. The kids are just playing make-believe and spending time talking amongst themselves. Rachel is over here doing a little bit of a workout, getting some motor skill up. Boris is just chomping down on some food, which we love. And so we love that. And as we know, Leon is over here playing make-believe with some toys. So everything is as it should be. It is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And they are just trying to get through this time period of this Y2K zone. We have a lot of time that we are going to be spending down here. I don't know that I am going to continue to just let us live our lives out on video here. I may play through to the year 2000 off camera because this is going to be pretty redundant, us just living here doing this every day in, day out. Where do you think you're going? Yeah, exactly. You can't go anywhere. Neither one of you can go out of here. So I may just go ahead and do a little bit of play to get us to the year 2000, and then we will do a decade change and we'll go over the rules. And I think that is probably how I will handle this, because we are going to be stuck in here in this room pretty much living our life just like this for the next 2 years. And if you look on our calendar, we don't have any birthdays or anything going on for the next 2 years. We're literally just going to be stuck here in this basement day in, day out, doing skills, spending time together. And that's all we're going to be doing until the year 2000 hits. So I think I'll probably just play that out off camera and then get us to the year 2000, and then I will catch you guys back then. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and leave this episode here. Okay, Charles, I can't deal with it. And this radio, I can't deal with it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just leave this episode here. Oh, why is he so mad? Oh, he's hungry. Okay, well, come grab yourself a serving, little man. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live. And I will see you guys in our next episode, which will be the year 2000. And we'll be going through a decade change at that time. And we will be back hopefully upstairs in this upper part of our home again. And we will be out of this section of our home having to shelter ourselves from the Y2K. that being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here, and I will see you guys in the next one. So I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.